Hey everybody, what's going on? Hellmite here, bringing another video from Grab the Lantern today. It's Tuesday and the patch notes for patch 12.12 have been posted, which means it's time for us to go through the top 5 changes of patch 12.12. As always, I'll be going through the biggest changes of this week's patch, and then you guys know what you can be looking forward to in the coming weeks. 12.12 has not that many changes, but a bunch of things that I think are really interesting to delve into, so let's go ahead and get started with our number 5 change here, all the way down to the bottom. We are going to be looking at Soraka. This is worth calling out because essentially Riot are saying, with Grievous Wounds now a lot weaker after the durability update than they were before, there's sort of no call for Soraka to still have the Grievous Wounds removal on her R. As a result, they are removing that and rebuffing the ability back to where it was before, so it's no longer going to get rid of them, but also it sort of doesn't need to anymore with how powerful the heal is, so c'est la vie, she's going to be back to where she was previously. Moving on to the number 4 change here, we're going to be talking about Zeri. Now, Zeri was sort of rebuffed on this most recent patch to try and get her into a slightly better state. Then she was hotfix nerfed because she was too good, and now she's taking even more nerfs because people discovered a really cheesy AP build with her, where you can sort of just fire lasers through a wall, dealing a ton of magic damage all the time because of the critical damage it deals to champions when fired through walls, and with the massive range of the ability, it was pretty easy to do that. As a result, Riot are nerfing down Ultra Shock Laser. I believe it's just losing scalings across the board. The base damage is buffed up very slightly to compensate, but in exchange for W doing less damage, Zeri has a little bit better health regeneration to let her stick in a fight a little bit better. I think this is a good way of helping to curb the AP build, which is sort of overperforming, and get Zeri back into being more about crit and more about general marksman itemization than she was before. Our number 3 change is here for Yuumi. Now, these are some interesting changes to Yuumi. Riot are saying that Yuumi is a little bit too strong. She's not crossing the level too much, but they still want to balance her around a little bit by taking power out of her sort of unavoidable value and give it into her playmaking potential. As a result, Zumi's heal has been decreased, but the bonus movement speed has been increased, and the passive shield that Yuumi provides has also been increased. This is a change I'm a big fan of. This really heavily nerfs the AFK Yuumis that you guys all complain about in ranked games, right? The Yuumi that literally isn't doing anything other than Wing the AD carry and spamming E on them. This makes that playstyle a lot worse, whereas if you're a proactive Yuumi, you're going to be actually a lot stronger. If you're looking to make plays with the bonus movement speed or protect your AD carry with the shield, you're going to be feeling a lot better. So, big fan of these changes and the direction that they are taking. Scrolling on up here to our number 2 change here, it is Bel'Veth visiting the patch notes for the first time since her release. Now, Riot are saying that she is a pub stomper. This is honestly no surprise. I called it because she's basically just the new Master Yi, right? And so she's getting nerfs to her power in lower tiers of play, but realistically, these are not major nerfs. Her base health regen getting nerfed is fair. I think she itemizes lifesteal quite a bit, and she already has a good clear, so she sort of doesn't need it. Royal Maelstrom also gets weaker, but I think it's a phenomenally powerful ability, so it kind of doesn't feel like she cares that much about it. There is a nerf here to her Death and Lavender stacks, where she only gains up to 1% attack speed per Lavender stack, but it also caps sooner, and the baseline is stronger, which means that Bel'Veth is trading some of her late game power for a lot more power in the early stages of the game. Additionally, there are a lot of changes to Bel'Veth's ultimate. First, and I think the biggest thing here, the bonus attack range has gone down, yes, but a lot of that power has been just put into her attack range. She is at a longer attack range at every stage of the game now, apart from a level 16 ultimate form later in the game, which is the exact same on live as it will be following this patch. So a lot more power has been given to Bel'Veth in just her sort of base kit, which I'm a big fan of. It didn't make sense that she has these big old wingspan and couldn't hit you unless you were right next to her, so really happy with this change. And there's also a couple of small nerfs here where the explosion damage on Endless Banquet is now normalized to 25%, and the Void Remors are less healthy. I think these are all fair nerfs. They're basically trading out some of her late game scaling potential in exchange for sort of a better early game. I really feel like these are good changes for Bel'Veth, and I like the direction they're taking. They don't fix her kit just being horrendously designed, but I think that they're fair changes to make overall. Finally, scrolling on down to the bottom, we have nerfs to Viego as our number 1 change. He has been sitting atop the jungle tier list forever. He has been a pro play staple basically since his release, and that's not that great. These changes I don't think are going to fix his problems ultimately. I just feel like Viego isn't tied hard enough to the offensive damage potential that he's supposed to. Riot really wanted him to be like a Kraken Slayer, critical strike, on-hit building champion, and he just isn't that champion because of the free % health damage he gets from his passive. That's maybe neither here nor there. We can talk about that at a later date, but either way, these nerfs are attempts to tap him down in a way that I don't think are really going to hurt him overall. I am happy that the cheesy WE combo for a stun from stealth is gone, but I don't think they go far enough to address his issues, given that he can still just build Divine Sunder and do % health damage and not really care. So we'll see. I'm hopeful, but I doubt these are going to do much for Viego's balance in the long run. And that is going to be it for me today, guys. Those are the top 5 changes of patch 12.12. You'll have to let me know what you're excited for down in the comment section below. I know I'm happy with basically everything in this patch, but if there's a change I didn't call out, let me know that down in the comment section below and let me know what you thought of it. If you enjoyed the video today, go ahead and leave it a like, and if you really enjoyed the video, consider subscribing. I upload a video every Monday, Friday, and on patch days as well. Once again, thank you guys so very much for watching. I do appreciate it, and I'll talk to you all later.